Hello everyone, welcome to Prestige Castle Farm. My name is Innocent. So today I'll be discussing the possible reason why your rabbits are dying. It is quite disheartening when I see rabbit farmers posting pictures or videos of their dead rabbit. Like a concerned farmer, I'm usually not happy seeing that. And there could be various reasons why your rabbit are dying. And I'm here to explain to you the possible reason. I am not a vet, so it is always, the most important thing is, it is always advisable to get your rabbit to a vet, your dead rabbit to a vet, to do a post-mortem to know what exactly is the cause of the death of the rabbit, and then give you a preventive measure or treatment for your other rabbit. But this is just me sharing my experience, what I've seen farmers, the things farmers are not doing right, that I've seen some farmers not doing right, and which could possibly lead to the death of their rabbit. Number one reason that I have often seen is lack of biosecurity measures. Look, rabbits are clean animal. If you look at rabbit, you see they love cleaning themselves, they love clean environment, especially given that now we domesticating this rabbit, so it is our duty to make sure that we provide this rabbit with clean environment. One of the things that I've seen is where sometimes you go to some farms and you see how dirty the environment is. Maybe sometimes you see the rabbits lying down on top of their poo or on top of their urine, or you see the rabbit, maybe the farmer, putting the rabbit with other animals, and you look at the animal is not pleasing to the eyes. The danger of dirtiness, especially dirtiness, is that it attracts a lot of diseases, bacteria, viral infections, and especially coccidiosis. And this animal, the thing with rabbit is that rabbits do not oftentimes show symptoms. They do not show signs, they do not show symptoms, and because they are prey animals, so in the wild they've learned to hide their weakness, their frailty, because if they show their weakness, they can be exposed to some of these wild animals. So they've learned to just hide even when they are not feeling well. So you just wake up one day and you see that your rabbit is dead. The number one possible reason could potentially be due to lack of cleanliness, dirtiness. So you need to take biosecurity measures, make sure that the animals are in a clean environment that is safe and conducive for them. The number two possible reason that I've seen to likely be the reason of the high mortality in most rabbit farmers is as a result of inbreeding. Look, I know this is a highly contentious issue. Some are of the view that inbreeding doesn't really matter because, rabbit in the wild, they don't know who is brother and sister, they do their thing. But I have also done my own research on this, and I have come to my own conclusion that inbreeding is not the best practice for your farm. And it's just a simple logic, right? If humans, the reason why the human society have made it in such a way that a brother cannot marry a sister in most society is because of the danger of recessive gene. Because if there are recessive gene in that particular bloodline, that recessive gene is recessive for a purpose. It could be because maybe those traits are not good traits, and that is why they are recessive. So when you likely cross two siblings together, it there could be potential. There could be some potential where, some of those recessive gene may now become dormant. I mean, they may now become dominant. So they may now come and they may now surface. They may now surface, come to the surface. Sorry, they may now come to the surface. So, and you don't want that. And sometimes this may then lead to having some diseases that have been recessive, resurfacing itself, leading to the death of that rabbit or that flock. And that is why most times, if you are observant, when you cross a sister, that's a doe, with a buck from the same parent, you probably may experience having some of the litters dying or having some stillbirth. So I think, in my view, it's best to avoid inbreeding, so that you don't, but you may, I think line breeding is encouraged or is okay, but not inbreeding. Line breeding is when you are intentional about preserving certain traits. So maybe when you cross a rabbit from two different line, and then they give birth to a particular bunny, and maybe there is a good quality in one of the buck. You see a very good quality in the buck. Then you decide to cross the bunny, the doe, that the bunny, which is the doe. When the doe is now an adult, you decide to cross that doe with the father. That way you want to preserve maybe certain characteristics, maybe that the father possess. It's different from when you cross a brother to a sister. When you cross a brother to a sister, that is inbreeding. They are from the same source. But, this is when you take a particular buck from a different source, a doe from a different source, and you cross them and they give you a very good quality. And you say, okay, this is a very good quality, and that quality comes from the father. You take the doe, where the doe become an adult, back to the father to preserve that particular trait. So that is line breeding. So I have seen inbreeding to be one of the cause, though it's highly contentious. Some people may not agree. Another thing that I have seen, another reason or another thing that I have seen that have led, that could be the cause of the death of your rabbit, is when you are not observant as a farmer. You see, this rabbits, they will sometimes show you signs. They will sometimes show you signs. In fact, not just rabbit, livestock in general, they will show you signs most time before the disease manifests in full. Some of the signs they could show could be their poo or behavioral changes. You could see maybe a rabbit that is eating frequently, that is very active. All of a sudden, that rabbit become very quiet and dull, or the poo becomes very watery. If you are an observant rabbit farmer who is passionate about your rabbit, you should be able to see these changes. Someone was sharing how the two of the buck actually fought. He wasn't aware, but two of the buck fought, and one castrated the other, right? And if he had been observant, he probably would have seen that, oh, this rabbit has been castrated, and maybe take a preventive measure to preserve the life of that rabbit. But because he was not observant, he lost that rabbit. So you need to be observant. Watch your rabbit, watch what they are doing, watch their behavior, watch their poo, watch how they are reacting to things. So, and if there is any change, you can now, react or make remedy to that. Another reason is, one of the reason that I've seen that have, in fact, what we do on our farm to prevent mortality is that we give a monthly preventive medication, organic medication, where we use the bitter leaf, the scent leaf, and the pawpaw leaf to treat our rabbit monthly preventive medication. Because in our farm, in most cases, 90% of the time, we do organic medication for our rabbit. It is only in rare situations do we invite the vet to come and take a look, or do we use synthetic medication. So, that is what works for us. We use this preventive organic medication monthly, and with the result shows for itself. In fact, since we've started our farm, we've only lost one adult rabbit from our, in our record. We've had 100% survival rate in our winners. We've not lost our winner, but we've lost 3 of our little bunnies. So, that tells you that we are doing the right thing in the farm. Because honestly, if you are losing your rabbit, you are really not into business. Another thing that I've seen that sometimes leads to the death of rabbit is the source of their food. What is the source of their food? You see, rabbits have a very, very sensitive digestive system. So, some people feed their rabbit with grass, which is okay, but it's not ideal to just feed your rabbit with grass alone. Usually, rabbit food should be 80% ales, which is dry grass, and then the remaining 20% could be pelletized or formulated feed and grass. But some people feed their rabbit with grass or whatever. Someone said they even feed his a rabbit with the normal food that they eat at home. Gari, rice, fufu. Just give it to the rabbit. Look, you are endangering your rabbit could have bloating. You're exposing your rabbit to bloating. You're exposing your rabbit to diarrhea. You're exposing your rabbit to a lot of digestive problem, really, and that could lead to the death of your rabbit. So you need to make sure that you are very, very careful and intentional with what you are feeding your rabbit with. In our farm here, we feed our rabbit with hills and formulated feed. That's what we feed our rabbit with, hills and formulated feed. So, so these are the things that could potentially lead to the death of your rabbit, and you need to put all of this into account. So I hope this has been very useful information to you. If you find this very useful, please do wait to put a like and subscribe to this channel so that we continue to bring you valuable content. Thank you very much, and take care of yourself. Bye bye.